warm-up swings because we're getting right into it. Game number 3 of the CAA Championship Tournament as the Dukes of James Madison, the number 1 seed, facing the 5th seeded College of Charleston Cougars. The Dukes 40-10, the Cougars 30-25. This is game 3. The Cougars advanced into this game by knocking off 4-seeded UNCW 8-6 earlier today. This is the first game of the tournament for JMU. And we're right underway as again, jumping right into it, as Odyssey Alexander, the CAA Player of the Year, in the circle for JMU, and she is facing the all-time leader in career hits in the Colonial Athletic Association, Taylor Dupree, who comes in with a .403 batting average, no home runs, 7 RBIs, 73 hits this year, 271 in her career, again establishing the CAA all-time record.
Yeah, Dupree named to the second team All-CAA this season, as well as another time, and then was first team All-Conference in 2015 and 2017.
Pops this one up, and it looks like Madison Nyokas. No, it's rookie, all-rookie selection, Sarah Jubas, making the call and the catch of it. One away in the College of Charleston first inning. Batting second is the center fielder, Yari Felix, who is a sophomore, 344, no home runs, and 12 runs driven in. The Dukes at 19-2, preseason favorites to win the CAA, and they did win the regular season title, and that earns them the number 1 seed for this tournament and the right to host this tournament again next year. They had 2 losses, did James Madison, during the regular season in CAA play. One of them happens to be against this team right here, the College of Charleston. 0-1, the count on Felix, and she'll loop it, and that ends up a fair ball and a base hit.
Great hit there by Felix, able to just get it. Morgan Toll, she's really tall there at third base, but Toll playing really far in. She was slapping, and so she gets it just over Toll's head there and just beyond third base. Jubas unable to get to it in time, and she's safe on first.
And Felix, 10 out of 11 in stolen bases this season. Alexander working with her battery mate, that's Ashley Samuels behind the plate, a senior for the Dukes, who tries to frame that, but it's outside for ball 1. And at the plate is Jordan Jones, a senior, 299 on the year, 6 home runs, 42 runs driven in. And Odyssey Alexander in the circle for James Madison, 23 wins this year. Again, the CAA Player of the Year, that right off the heels of last year, named the CAA Rookie of the Year.
Got a 1.95 ERA, 191 strikeouts, just 40 walks on the season, and batters are hitting 200 against her.
Fouled back, out of play, 2 balls and a strike. The rest of the lineup, it's Sarah Garcia batting cleanup, the designated player, then Taylor Belfiore, the catcher, batting 5th, hitting 6th, the shortstop Kelly Sinclair. Graceland Thrasher hits in the number 7 hole, she plays at first, followed by right fielder Maddie Brown, and Dexley Inman, the second baseman, bats 9th. Summer Jenkins in the circle when the College of Charleston Cougars go to the field. That's inside, much to the discretion and the displeasure, I should say, of the hometown crowd here in Harrisonburg. Mario Catabrisi is calling the balls and strikes. Alan Riggs at first, Kerry Joseph at third base. 3-1 pitch, swung on, popped up, and giving chase and calling for it and making the catch in front of her own dugout is Kirsten Roadcap, the first baseman for the Dukes. Let's give you the JMU defensive alignment here as we take a look at it on replay. Maddie Nyokas is at second base, Sarah Jubas the shortstop, Morgan Toll at third, Natalie Cutright in left field, and we got Kate Gordon in center field, and in right field it's Sydney Lascola. At the plate, Sarah Garcia, the designated player, turns on the first pitch she sees, and it is strike 1.
That is something that we saw a lot in the first game today when Charleston took on UNCW, is the aggressiveness of the batters. They are coming out, they're hitting, they're swinging, and they're going for it. Not working too many counts deep earlier today, and able to see, as you can see, leadoff Dupree got a hit.
And that's a hit as well, cut off by Gordon. The runner going to third. Here comes the throw. It was not cut off. That permits Garcia to take second base. And again, we see the aggressive and heads-up base running by the Cougars. in this second game today for the College of Charleston.
So yeah, Charleston, that's something you need to watch is their speed on the bases. They are so fast, and that's where they hurt UNCW a lot earlier today, is they're able to get around the bases, get on base because of their speed. And so JMU really needs to watch that and really be aggressive with the ball playing defense.
UNCW also committed 3 errors in the earlier game today, and the Cougars took pretty much full advantage of that as Belfiore fouls the pitch off back out of play. Taylor Belfiore, she is in her sophomore season, bats at .307. This is her 50th game played, 49th start. She has 7 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 30 runs driven in. And she has walked 18 times, so a pretty good eye at the plate for the number 5 hitter, Belfiore. Just underway in game number 3. Charleston a winner earlier today, trying to get into tomorrow's noon game against Hofstra, which just sent Towson to the loser's bracket. 0-2 the count on Belfiore.
Belfiore, she went 1 for 3 earlier today against UNCW.
Yeah, only one Cougar had multiple hits. That's Maddie Brown, who is down in the lineup. She's sitting in the number 8 spot again. That slug, but foul towards the Cougar bullpen area. Count holds at 0-2. One game to follow this one, and that'll wrap up day 1, and that is an elimination game. So either UNCW or Towson will see its season come to a close later this evening. The 0-2 is outside. And 1 ball, 1 strike.
Alexander with a lot of room to work here, able to get ahead in the count 0-2, have a couple more pitches fouled off, increasing her pitch count, but still staying ahead. Only a 1-2 count, able to give a few pitches here and really choose what she wants to pitch.
And that's popped up to left field, cut right out there, and she'll make the catch.
JMU, they get 2 runners on, 2 in scoring position, but are able to stop what little rally Charleston tried to get going there and is able to come out of the inning scoreless.
No runs, a couple of hits. They're left both on base. And after 1/2 inning of play, the Cougars 0, James Madison, the top seed, 22nd ranked in the country, coming to bat when we return here on CAA.TV.
The first time I stepped on campus, I had a great feeling about the community here. People care about you. Your growth, your success, your experiences. When I became a part of that myself, that's when I knew I was home.
We could tell you all about the College of Charleston, how we're different from other universities. Open with a big shot of a historic building, cut to a sunny southern afternoon while students study and laugh outside. Tell you about our outstanding faculty, small class sizes, and innovative curriculum. Give you some stats about how we're ranked for this and that. Throw in some shots of a science lab, performance stage, and a makerspace. Don't forget sports! Yup, we've got school spirit too. All nestled in the city of Charleston. We could tell you about all of that stuff, but wouldn't it be better to see for yourself?
Summer Jenkins is in the circle for the College of Charleston Cougars, and she is 11 up, 11 down, and more numbers from Bree.
Yeah, she comes in with a 3.25 ERA, making 36 appearances, starting 19 games. She's got 56 walks and 43 strikeouts on the season. Batters hitting .292 against her, and she was the winning pitcher just a few weeks back when College of Charleston took 1 win in that series over the James Madison Dukes.
She has to face senior Morgan Toll to start things off. Toll with 16 home runs, and 6 of those have been in this position right here, leading off the offense for the Dukes in the game. Not necessarily as a leadoff hitter at any other time during the course of the game. She may have a couple of those too, but starting a game for the Dukes offense, she's done that 6 times. Ball 1 to Toll, an all-conference first-teamer for James Madison. And she'll take the strike 0-2. It's Toll, then Sarah Jubas, then Odyssey Alexander. Kate Gordon in the number 4 hole, followed by Kirsten Roadcap and Jessica Morozak. Natalie Cutright, Madison Niokas, Ashley Samuels wrap up the lineup. And Looks like somebody needs some glasses out in center field, so let's get that all squared away. Defensively for the Cougars, coached by Carol Califatis, is Belfiore behind the plate, Thrasher at first, Inman at second, Sinclair at short, Dupree at third, Jones in left, Felix in center, and Brown in right field. Missing 2 balls and a strike. 4 o'clock game, so a pretty decent crowd. It probably would be even better if this were a 6 o'clock contest, but a lot of people may have taken a little earlier departure from work today to get out here. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Morgenthau went 0 for 4 against Jenkins last time these two saw each other. She did go 1 for 10 in the series with a walk, however.
And she'll line this, and it's snared by Sinclair at shortstop. Great timing for the shortstop to rob Toll of at least a single and maybe more.
I was going to say, definitely a top 10 play there. Great defense. We talked about it last game with Hofstra and Towson, but Charleston coming out strong. Jump, get both feet up in the air, and is able to just snag that one.
Here's an all-rookie selection, Sarah Jubas, batting at .277, but I think a lot of her all-rookie votes came because of the way she has played in the field this year for the Duke. She's a pretty good defensive shortstop, to say the least, and she'll take the first pitch for called strike 1. Jubas making her 51st career appearance, 51st start overall, 7 home runs, 23 runs driven in. And a lot of those home runs have come in the latter stages of the season. And she'll take it the opposite way. It gets down for a base knock. So Jubas aboard with the first hit of the tournament for James Madison.
Jubas, one-time Rookie of the Week and all-rookie selection, able to get on base for the Dukes, first base runner of the afternoon.
She just shoots it to right field, does Jubas. And that brings up Odyssey Alexander. We've talked about what she does in the circle, but how about what she does in the batter's box? .388, 13 home runs, 47 runs driven in. Now, she got off to a tremendous pace hitting home runs. That has, quite frankly, tailed off a bit, but you might understand that considering how much of a workload she does have for this team.
Yeah, she really comes in as their primary pitcher this year. JMU without Megan Good. She's out for the season with an injury, so haven't been able to see her all year, and they really had to ask Odyssey Alexander and Rookie of the Year Peyton Bursch to really step up into those leading roles, and she's done that beautifully, coming in 23-5 record in the circle.
Alexander with 8 doubles to go with her 13 home runs. Takes the pitch high, 3-0. Alexander also has walked 23 times, and here's an impressive number. She has struck out just 11 times in 152 at-bats. For somebody that slugs the ball as well as she does, that's a good number. That might be a strike, it is.
So that's your player of the year. Certainly earning that accolade.
She has a 3-1 count, so this is her pitch to be had. She's from Boynton, Virginia, down south side. And she'll ground it to the shortstop, the second for 1. The relay not in time, and Alexander is safe at first. As Jubas is forced out on the 6-4 at second base, and Alexander arrives safely at first on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Kate Gordon, All-CAA first-teamer. Gordon, in her sophomore year, a lofty average of .419, 17 doubles, 1 triple, 11 home runs, 43 RBIs, a slugging percentage .755. And when she goes to the batter's box, she talks to her bat, and she tells it double, 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 double.
Certainly does. She went 1 for 7 in the series earlier this season.
Pops this up right side of the field. Second baseman Inman looks like she has it. Now the right fielder Brown will charge in and call her off for the putout.
Both teams get runners aboard, but neither team able to cross the plate or make anything happen as we head to the top of the second inning. Still tied 0-0.
And you're watching it all right here on CAA.TV.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Well, we'd like to welcome all the viewers from the College of Charleston that couldn't roll into Harrisonburg today, as well as the viewers of the Dukes of James Madison, and just the viewers that are fans of CAA softball here on CAA.TV. A pleasure to have you along with us. I'm Curt Dudley along with Bri Leach. And we go to the top of the seconds. 0-0 our score. Odyssey Alexander. First pitch to start the second is in there for a called strike. And at the plate is Kelly Sinclair, who's in her junior campaign. And this year, pretty good season, you might say. 320 on the year, 1 home run, 40 runs driven in, 11 doubles for the right-handed hitter. That's a little too low to the liking of the home plate umpire. Winner of this game plays again tomorrow at noon against second-seeded Hofstra, the Pride, knocking off Towson 9-4. That's smacked foul down the left field line. The ball in a couple of strikes. Charleston right in the thick of things in terms of team batting average this year in all games in the CAA. They're batting at .296. They had, 7 hits earlier today to score the 8 runs. Ball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But this Charleston team is facing the top ERA in the CAA, and James Madison at 2.21. The opposition against the Duke staff hitting just .212. Ball popped out of play, and as we continue to look inside the numbers, let's flip that around. Team batting for JMU, 3rd in the league with a .310 average. The top hitting team, Towson, at .336. Then it was Drexel at .314.
Drexel was really far up there in a lot of hitting categories, and their record certainly did not show that.
Yeah, go figure. Here's a ground ball to Kirsten Roadcap.
See, I was certainly surprised when I saw a lot of Drexel's numbers and realizing they finished in last.
Yeah, I think you have to go and look at the schedules sometimes to get a little bit of a justification, and go to CAA only statistics also. That kind of helps out. Grayson Thrasher, a freshman, 295. I like the way she spells her first name. She gets hit by the pitch, though. It's creative, Gracyn.
Say Thrasher, she actually got hit by a pitch in the series a few weeks back. She gets hit again, and Charleston has another runner aboard for the 2nd inning in a row.
That's 3 runners thus far against Alexander. A couple of base hits in the first. And here's Maddie Brown, who had 2 hits against the Seahawks. And she sends a fly ball into right center field, and it clears the wall. A 2-run homer for Thrasher, and it gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead. And an early celebration for the College of Charleston.
Maddie Brown, she hits her 2nd home run of the season. You can see it here. She sends this one way deep into right center, and that one's gone. Charleston takes an early 2-0 advantage over the Dukes.
Now, one thing that Odyssey Alexander has been susceptible to this year is giving up home runs.
Yeah, not something you necessarily want to do or be known for, I should say. But JMU, you know, Odyssey does have a really strong team behind her. JMU coming up to the plate next, but able to get some of those back. You know, you give up a lot of home runs, but you also hit a lot of home runs. So they can work a little bit in tandem with each other.
Dexley Inman, that is, 222 on the year, 3 home runs. She's the number 9 hitter, 2-0. College of Charleston, pitch outside, ball 1. Yeah, and it's not uncommon also for good pitchers to give up home runs because they're usually around the plate quite a bit. And you just have to shrug it off. This is looped back behind the bag at third. Everybody giving chase, a little too far for Toll and Jubas. Cutright making a token effort at it. She had a long way to go and not much time to get there. Wasn't much in the air. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away. Maddie Brown with her 3rd hit of the tournament. The 2-run homer. Pitch misses to the number 9 hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inman out of Union, South Carolina. They've got a lot of Georgians, South Carolinians, and a smattering of Californians on the Cougar team. Ground ball to Jubas, gets rid of it in a hurry and out at first base.
That was quite an impressive play by Jubas. She knew, she looked up and she saw that Charleston's runner, she was almost to the bag and she could not have rifled that one any faster over to first base.
Tell you what, you have to have a quick exchange and a quick release. There's a good look at Kirsten Roadcap.
Say Sarah Jubas, she did come in as the 54th hottest incoming freshman this year from last year's class. She's certainly proving her worth in the field.
Up to the top of the order, Dupree will slap at it and pops it up in the air, and Jubas retires Dupree for the 2nd time by way of that pop-up. Both of them have been to Jubas. But a 2-run blast. Maddie Brown goes downtown. In fact, it was heading towards Jack Brown's here in Harrisonburg. And we'll be back with more here on CAA.TV. Smiles for the Cougars. They're eating early.
Salute a lot! Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum!
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring!
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
College of Charleston, the number 5 seed, breaks out on top with a 2-run homer from Maddie Brown. Both teams got runners on in the first, failed to score. The Cougars, well, they get runners on and they do score. Let's see if JMU can answer it here. They'll start off with Kirsten Roadcap, a sophomore. Then it's Jessica Morozek and Natalie Cutright. They're due up here in the James Madison 2nd inning, facing Summer Jenkins. First pitch in for a called strike.
Roadcap comes in hitting at a 260. She's got 33 hits on the year, 4 homers, 24 RBIs.
Watches that pitch sail a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to make that Roadcap, who is a local product, went to Turner Ashby High School, which popped up and still in play, and it falls in between the catcher and the first baseman. That's kind of not, that's the home field advantage, or the disadvantage of not playing on your home field, not knowing quite where everything is instinctively.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, looking back to the first inning, Kirsten Roadcap, she actually had a foul ball just in that position, and because of the home field advantage was able to know where she was and knew her surroundings.
So a ball and 2 strikes. Roadcap holds off Yeah, if you see the road that runs up there behind right field, if you jump on that road and head south, you run right into Turner Ashby High School. It'll be on your left, a few miles down there. Grounds that foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In fact, there are a number of fans setting up on the hillside. There's Coach Lauren Laporte, the CAA Coach of the Year in her first season at the helm at James Madison. She's hiding. There's some of the fans here sitting on the hillside. You see the traffic.
See some JMU women's basketball players up there.
Oh, did you recognize a few?
Saw a glimpse of Ania Young out there.
Ground ball, second base, and Roadcap out at first. Some Dukes supporting their Dukes. As Roadcap will head back to the dugout. Yeah, the hillside is a popular area, particularly during postseason play. Take a look at this again. Here's Jessica Morozak, a senior, 264, 5 home runs. She hit her 5th home run in the regular season finale, a 2-run blast in the top of the 7th that helped lift the Dukes to a 6-4 win at Drexel.
So reigning CAA Player of the Week. Really kind of jumped into the spotlight, had a lot of home runs at the end of her sophomore season. JMU made a deep postseason run, got to the regionals playing LSU, super regionals, and had some great hits and home runs throughout that run.
And she had the game-winning hit in the series opener, beating the Tigers of LSU, and the Dukes were just a hit away, scooped up on a short hop. Inman does a nice job of staying with that ball. So 2 outs in the JMU second. Morozak with 3 home runs last weekend, I believe. Natalie Cutright, left fielder for the Dukes. She's in her sophomore year, 3'11". She has 5 home runs, 26 runs driven in. Cutright making her 24th start of the year. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
Yeah, she's really come into play during CAA play, and these last couple games, JMU kind of an outfielder, playing with some players, see who they like best. Cutright went 2 for 8 last time against Charleston with 2 walks and an RBI.
One ball, 1 strike. And that's missing just a bit. 2-1. Changeup misses low for a ball. Three balls and 1 strike. Cutright, the number 7 hitter for James Madison. That's inside for ball 4. Didn't miss by much. Dukes have a 2-out runner, and Madison Nyokas. Nyokas has the distinction. She hit a home run on Friday, and with that broke the JMU single season team record for home runs. That was the team's 71st.
JMU now sitting at 72 home runs.
72 or 73? I think it's 73.
73?
I believe
Could
so.
be.
Because hers was 71, then Morozak, or is it 74? Take a peek. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nyokas. Sophomore hitting at 226, 4 home runs, 12 runs driven in.
73. JMU leads home runs at 73. Hofstra has 62 and Towson with 51.
And a called strike, 2 and a 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nyokas has played and started in every game this year. Is 26 hits and 4 home runs.
To the right side, and 3 plays for the second baseman. And Inman makes them all. A walk gives the Dukes a 2-out runner, but that's all they could muster in the bottom of the second. So after 2 full, it is 2-0 College of Charleston leading James Madison here on CAA.TV.
Now on to the individual awards. The 2018 CAA Softball Rookie of the Year is James Madison's Peyton Bursch. The freshman pitcher was 17-4 with a league best 1.39 ERA for the Dukes this season. She was named a top 25 finalist for the NFCA Division I Freshman of the Year award and has struck out 87 batters in 141 in the 3rd innings.
We could tell you all about the College of Charleston, how we're different from other universities. Open with a big shot of historic building, cut to a sunny southern afternoon while students study and laugh outside. Tell you about our outstanding faculty, small class sizes, and innovative curriculum. Give you some stats about how we're ranked for this and that. Throw in some shots of a science lab, performance stage, and a makerspace. Don't forget sports! Yup, we've got school spirit too. All nestled in the city of Charleston. We could tell you about all of that stuff, but wouldn't it be better to see for yourself?
College of Charleston with a 2-0 lead over top-seeded James Madison. 2 innings in the books. Number 2 hitter leads off the 3rd frame for the Cougars. Jari Felix, the the center fielder who lofted a ball over the third baseman's head for a base hit, just slapped it out there. Takes the first pitch for strike 1.
Felix had a career high 4 hits against a win over Duke. And then she had 6 other games with 3 hits.
Slow roller back to Alexander. Good job by Alexander. Just kind of watching the ball roll to her. Kept her eye right on it and positioned herself so she could just shovel it to first base.
Yeah, it was a perfect play there by Alexander, able to just scoop it up, get it really quick to the first baseman. As we said before, these Charleston runners are very speedy and will get you if you do not get that play off in time.
Jordan Jones, pitch is low to Jordan with an eye. Ball 1. Jones, the number 3 hitter, popped up in foul ground. That was the play that Roadcap made in front of the JMU bench. At first base, 2-0. Jones, a senior from Inez, Texas. Failed to mention the Lone Star State when I was talking about the roster a little while ago. Cut on and missed, 2 balls and a strike. And missing for ball 3, 3-1.
Jones, she comes in. She was CAA Player of the Week twice this week. Once this season.
That's ball 4 high. It gets away, so a 1-out base runner. Second free base given up by Alexander. She hit Thrasher in the second. She was aboard when Brown hit her home run. And now you got Jones on base with Garcia, who singled and advanced to second on the throw. And she did cut on it. Strike 1. Ashley Samuels wanted the appeal, but she didn't have to get any further as the home plate umpire decided he didn't need any help on that one. Carol Califatis has come in to say, hey, wait a minute. How about some help? 0-1. And Roadcap gets to it in the air. It's an out. Very difficult for anybody to get back there and cover first base, although she was looking. She lost her footing at the end. Let's watch it again here. You know, it's a good thing she caught the ball for JMU standpoint, because if she did not, that's probably a Well, they might have got a force out at second base, but that ball, if it hits the ground, was going to be trouble.
Yeah, that one it was really great placement, but even better play defensively by Roadcap to get to that one and get it in her glove so it didn't drop on the ground.
Fly out to left field by Belfiore, her last time up, and she sends this, watch out over there, and it ends up bounding off the top of the Aramark concession stand.
So I think Belfiore is definitely swinging for the fences today. Last time out, 0 for 5 with 1 walk against the Dukes. Already with a fly out to left.
Belfiore hailing from Summerville, South Carolina, so right there in the neighborhood, if my low country geography is correct.
Last year, Belfiore, she was named first team All-CAA and third team NFCA All-Mid-Atlantic region as just a freshman.
And that's lined off the glove of Odyssey Nyokas, the scoop, and out at first base.
Great teamwork, great play there by the Dukes. I love it. Odyssey Alexander unable to get to that one. You can see it right here, just off of her glove. Nyokas had to quickly switch directions and flip it to first base just in time. Great reach there by Roadcap, and Dukes are able to get out of the inning.
So it's a routine 1-4-3 putout.
Very routine.
That ends the top of the third. Score holds 2-0 College of Charleston here on CAA.TV.
Hey, salutes a lot. Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum.
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This year's CAA softball Coach of the Year is James Madison's Lauren Laporte. Coach Laporte took over the helm for JMU in 2018, and the first-year head coach guided the Dukes to their 5th straight CAA regular season title with a 19-2 record in conference play. James Madison registered an overall record of 40-10 through the regular season, securing its 6th consecutive 40-win campaign and is ranked in the top 25 nationally.
There's Lauren Laporte, the CAA Coach of the Year, took over from Mickey Dean. Kind of a surprise. I remember I was over at a James Madison soccer match when I saw a notification that Lauren Laporte was named the interim head softball coach at Madison, and that Mickey Dean, who had led the Dukes at the helm for 5 years, was bound for Auburn. Well, even with the loss of the All-American and Player of the Year Megan Good from the Circle, the Dukes continued right on. 40 wins, 40-10 overall, and Coach Laporte named the CAA Coach of the Year.
I was going to say, both of these teams really facing adversity throughout the season. In the Circle, JMU losing All-American Megan Good, and Cougars, they lost Brittany Violet. She's just a sophomore, but she went down with her 2nd major arm injury in just 2 years. She was 2nd in the CAA with a 1.4 ERA last year before injuring her shoulder, and then came back, went through rehab, and came back this season, and in her first game pitched just an inning before she hurt herself again, ended her college career.
Yeah, you hate to see that, particularly that early in their career. And not that any time is a good time that your career comes to an end, but all that promise.
So both teams definitely going through some adversity and having to figure things out without their star pitchers.
This is Ashley Samuels at the plate, a senior for the Dukes, who has put in a lot of time, and this year it's all paying off as she has been the primary catcher for the Dukes throughout this season. 47 appearances, or 48 rather, 46 starts for Ashley, and pitches low. 3-1. Ashley batting at the 204 mark with 5 home runs and 25 runs driven in. 2-0.
She went 2 for 7 last time out against the Cougars with a double and 2 walks.
And that's outside, so she'll draw a walk to start off the Madison third. Dukes have had 4 base runners, 2 walks, a base knock, and a fielder's choice, although that fielder's choice, in essence, wiped out one of those base runners. And Morgan Toll at the plate next, 16 home runs. That's a strike, they say. That looked a little bit on the outside. Just a little bit.
Definitely got some disapproval from fans here.
And so why didn't you? Jenkins goes back outside again. This time doesn't get the call.
Morgan Toll for a 3rd year. She's been named to the first team All CAA. She was 2nd team as a sophomore. Every other year came in as first team selection.
Whacks this to the 3rd baseman from her knees. The throw to 2nd for 1, and the relay in time. A 5-4-3 beautiful double play turned by the Cougars.
Double plays are so hard to come by in the game of softball because of the base paths being so close together, but this just perfectly thrown to 2nd and then over to 1st for the double play. Charleston can see their catcher quite excited about that one.
The Dukes will try to start a rally with 2 outs and Sarah Jubas. First pitch dropped in, ball 1.
Jubas got things going early. She had a single to right field, first at bat, Duke's first base runner.
That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Jubas last time up, single to right field. And a called strike. Two outs. Quickly 2 outs after the double play. That's outside. 3-1. And that's down the left field line. It's in for a base hit. Jubas will take the turn. She'll try to hustle into 2nd with 2 outs, and she's there safely.
Jubas, that's just her 4th double all season, her 41st hit. She's able to get a runner, the first runner in scoring position today for JMU.
Need to go back and look and kind of do a chart on Jubas and her hitting as the season has gone along. It seems like she's been much more active offensively as the season, as she's getting more accustomed to playing the collegiate level. Odyssey Alexander.
I would have to agree with that. With Jubas, she definitely has come more into a comfort zone here and her home runs, they've all come of late as well. She's moved around the batting order a little bit. I was thinking about that a little earlier. Last time they played College of Charleston, she was down in that 7-8 position. Now she's batting up the number 2 position. Potentially next year, you know, Morgan Toll is graduating. You could be looking at JMU's new leadoff batter.
That would be an opportunity. Of course, you also, if Cambry Arnold comes back healthy, that could be another option in the future. 2-0 to Alexander. Arnold has missed much of the season. And Odyssey Alexander popped up first base side. Nice catch over the shoulder for Thrasher.
The Dukes have some heartbreaking plays there, getting out by fouls. A lot of innings with just 1-2 runners on, unable to get anything going or anything started. Charleston doing a really great job defensively. Still up on this one, 2-0 over the Dukes, heading to the 4th inning.
And we'll be back with the top of the 4th after this timeout. You're watching CA Softball on CA.TV.
The first time I stepped on campus, I had a great feeling about the community here. People care about you. Your growth, your success, your experiences. when I became a part of that myself, that's when I knew I was home.
The 2018 CAA Softball Defensive Player of the Year goes to Elon's Hannah Olson. Olson is Elon's first ever recipient of one of the CAA's major individual softball awards. She finished her senior season with a .936 fielding percentage, committing just 11 errors in 173 chances at shortstop.
Leading off the road for the Cougars, the shortstop number 9, Ellie Sinclair.
And we go to the top of the fourth. Cougars leading it, and first pitch swinging. Sinclair sends it foul. 0-1. Coming up next, it's UNCW and Towson, an elimination game. Both those teams were the home team. Well, no, Towson will be the home team. They were the visitors the first time up. UNCW was the home team in its first encounter with the loss to the College of Charleston. 0-2 to Sinclair. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Cougars. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Dukes here in the fourth. That's a bit low, just missing.
Sinclair went 2 for 7, hit by pitch twice, and had a double last time out against the Dukes. Grounded out in the second inning to the first baseman.
This is grounded to Toll. Didn't know she had it at first, I don't believe. Either that or just the momentum of the ball hit as hard as it was. Carried her towards the outfield for a half step.
To that ball, you can watch it here, is hit with great power there. Toll kind of a little surprised there, but gets it over to first, gets the easy out for the Dukes. 1 down. Brings up Grayson Thrasher, freshman, batting at a .295. Last time up, she was hit by pitch.
First pitch in there for a called strike.
Thrasher, a member of the all-rookie team this year.
Missing, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's Odyssey Alexander. She's working up pretty good sweat here today. Alexander rocks and fires, foul back, out of play. Everybody reaching back.
Throughout the season, Thrasher and fellow teammate Lauren Lozano, they kind of switching back and forth at the position there at first base. But Thrasher, the last 8 games, has really made herself known as, you know, the starter there and has really taken over.
Fan, or actually I think somebody from the administrative staff of Hofstra had a chance at a catch in the stands but did not come up with it. Fouled off again. Woo, that was pretty close. 2 balls, 2 strikes. What are you giggling about?
I would have to agree, it was
Pretty
pretty
close?
close.
Okay. Here comes the 2-2 to number 44. Swung on and missed. There's a strikeout for Alexander. That is her first of the day.
Surprising for Alexander, just getting her first strikeout. Charleston, you know, they've really been aggressive today, really attacking the ball, not really giving Alexander the opportunity to get late into counts and be able to strike them out, but is able to get swinging on that one.
Here's Maddie Brown. She swung away last time, went downtown with it. She has run inside a bit for ball 1. Obviously sending maybe a little bit of a message there. she's a little late on that swing as Odyssey Alexander puts a little extra oomph into it. She doesn't say much, she just gets out there and does her thing. One ball, 2 strikes. I wonder if she'll send something up in the zone again. That was only the 2nd home run for Brown back in the 2nd of the season for her. She chokes up, sails this to center field, and it is off the top of the wall and out of here. Holy cow, her 2nd of the day, but her 3rd of the year.
Brown is having a day. Charleston all excited there at the plate for her, and she's really having a lot of success off of Alexander, getting 2 home runs, 1 2-run homer and a solo homer. This one just does clear the wall. You see it bounces off the top. Gordon goes up, can't quite get it, and it's over the wall.
Maddie Brown making a name for herself here in this CAA championship tournament. Had 2 hits earlier today and 2 hits here tonight. Both are home runs. She has accounted for all 3 Cougar scores. 2-run homer, now a solo shot. And a called strike against Enman, who grounded out to short first time up. Looked like she choked up, did Brown, a little bit just to put the ball in play.
Yeah, it looked like Alexander was coming inside on her a lot, and she realized that, made the perfect adjustments, and was able to just smack another one.
College of Charleston has the Dukes on the ropes a little bit here in the middle innings. Fouled off. 1 and 2. Number 9 hitter Inman. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up, back out of play. Boom. That's right on our rooftop.
JMU, they've only been shut out twice this entire season. Once coming against College of Charleston and the other coming against Marshall in back-to-back games. April 14th and 15th, or April 15th and 18th. But other than that, JMU has not been held scoreless all season.
Two with 2 outs. That's line beyond the reach of Jubas. Tracked down Gordon in center field, making the turn and holding it first is Inman. That is hit number 5 off of Odyssey Alexander.
Going to bring up the top of the order once again in Taylor Dupree.
And the counts go back to Dupree, yeah, the all-time hit leader. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Felix's hit in the first was on an 0-1. Garcia's hit in the first on an 0-1. Brown first pitch swinging in the second, so it was a strike. That's popped back out of play, 0-2. A 1-2 home run from Brown and a 2-2 to Enman. So in most cases, Brown is actually, Odyssey Alexander's actually been ahead in the count with each of those hits, with the exception, if you want to argue this one, the 2-2 by Enman.
Yeah, Alexander, she's doing a great job getting ahead in the count, but Charleston able just to stick around in each of those counts.
That's strike 3. It doesn't matter what happens down there at second base.
So she's able to stay. They're able to come back in those counts and really get hits off of those, but a little different story that time as Odyssey does get the strikeout, her second of the afternoon.
1 run, the solo homer from Brown as she takes it out of here once again, this time off the very top of the wall. As she gets to eat a second time. 3-0 Cougars over the Dukes.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Three 0 College of Charleston adds to its lead, and Maddie Brown adds to her home run total. She gets her second of the game, third of the season. Kate Gordon leads off for the Dukes. It's Gordon, Roadcap, and Morosek. Some power in the middle of the lineup here for James Madison. Actually, there's power all through the lineup for the Dukes for the most part. But they only have 2 hits. There's a called strike to Gordon. Gordon popping up to right field, first time up.
JMU off to kind of a slow start today. You know, Charleston did get the opportunity to play earlier today, get a feel for the ballpark and really, you know, get that extra playing time in with JMU coming off fresh, off the rest, really is just settling into this tournament. So could just be taking a bit to really get playing and get into the game.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Well framed by Belfiore. Outside 2-2. Kate Gordon from Page County High School. Just north of here a little ways. Another local product. She'll turn on the pitch and foul it off. Yeah, the scores in this series at Charleston, 2-0, 4-1, and 1-0. JMU won the first 2 of the series, then lost the last game, then lost the game at Marshall 7-0. Dukes, they were without a number of players in that Marshall game. Whoa. Strike 3 call. Take a look at that from the man, that is just nicking the corner. Well, let's give Jenkins credit. She's throwing it where she wants it. A Roadcap bounces it, and a number of fans, isn't that a strike? Ball 1.
You know, another thing is the pitchers really have to pitch to the strike zone of the ump, and you know, she's doing a great job of doing that today, able to get those calls on the outside and get those 3rd strikes and be able to really dominate in the circle so far.
And she has limited Madison, a slugging team, to just 2 hits. That one's in there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Duke's coming in with 416 hits on the season. That's whacked by Roadcap, back out of play. 1 and 2.
Roadcap comes in with 7 doubles and 24 RBIs.
That's way outside. 2 and 2. Roadcap 5'8". Bats right and throws right. Conversation. Two rolling in. Low for ball 3.
JMU quite the opposite of Charleston, really sitting back and waiting for the pitches to come to them, working some counts deep. Charleston, on the other hand, really aggressive and attacking the ball.
Payoff. Swung on. Into center field. A lot of room to roam out there, and Felix comes up with it. 2 away in the JMU 4th. Jessica Morozak grounded out to second first time up. In for a called strike.
Great pitch there. That was on the outside corner of the plate. Just really good job by the Charleston pitcher. Really able to hit her spots today, which is, I think, what's really keeping the Dukes off the scoreboard.
Morozak, one of 6 seniors on this team. She hails from Chicago, Illinois. And I'm including Megan Good among those seniors, who will be a redshirt senior next year. That's driven in the hole, left side. Morozak with a base hit. That's the 3rd of the game for Madison.
Morozak, she gets her 20th hit of the year. See there, just under the shortstop. She's able to get a base runner here in the 4th inning for the Dukes.
Natalie Cutright walked the last time up. Cutright with 5 home runs. Up in the box.
Say 3 of those came against Hofstra just a few weeks ago. Cutright had a great weekend here.
Cutright at 5'3", from Dover, PA, went to Dover area. This is Barb Sherwood, who has gone out in the circle for the conversation. One ball, no strikes.
JMU is 2 for 5 with 2 outs today so far.
That's in there for a called strike. Fifth-seeded Charleston with the lead over the top-seeded Madison, James Madison Dukes, 3-0 in the 4th. 2 outs, ground ball snared by Jenkins. That'll end the inning.
Jenkins, great defensive play there, great heads up, able to just snag that one straight out and get it over to first for the 3rd out of the inning, get out of a runners on situation for College of Charleston as they do still lead 3-0.
4 innings quickly in the book. This one's moving along, and the College of Charleston in control, 3-0 over the Dukes of James Madison. We'll come back with the top of the 5th. The Cougars coming to the plate after this on CAA.TV.
So lose a lot. Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum!
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back, everyone, to James Madison's Veterans Memorial Park here on the northwest corner of the campus of James Madison University. I'm Curt Dudley. Bri Leach here in the CA.TV booth. Odyssey Alexander in the circle for James Madison, and she is opposed by Felix, Yari Felix, a sophomore. Number one bunts it foul. Santa Ana, California. Put an extra T in there.
Felix, she's got a career batting average of a .337 and currently ranks 6th in school history with that batting average.
Does she really? Wow.
Felix, just a sophomore though. Charleston has to be happy with that one, able to bring her back for a few more years.
Pops that back out of play. And strike three.
Great rise pitch there by Alexander, able to get Felix swinging on that one. That's what the Dukes have been missing today a lot. Just her 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. You can see it there. Just catches her swinging. Brings up Jordan Jones, a left fielder. She's walked once.
Popped up to Kirsten Roadcamp in foul territory the other time. That's sent to center field, right where Kate Gordon was playing. 2 away.
Now batting the designated player of 15, Sarah Garcia.
Bring up Sarah Garcia, the designated player. She had a single in the 1st inning, lined out to the first baseman in the 3rd inning.
So 0-2, excuse me, 1-2 that is. And the first pitch in for a strike. Number 4 in the order. One ball, one strike.
Garcia is climbing the record books for Charleston. She's tied for 8th with 34 career doubles, 9th with 7 triples, and 10th with 15 home runs. She also ranks 8th in school history with 56 extra base hits and is in the top 10 in all 3 departments. Just 3 RBIs shy of 100.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Garcia, the number 4 hitter. This is a College of Charleston team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs, but the home run has carried them thus far today.
Yeah, it's what's so great about tournament time is anybody can do anything, anybody can come to play, and Charleston really came to play today. They outplayed UNCW earlier today, and their bats have really been going today against these Dukes.
They had 18 home runs in the lineup coming in. The Dukes have 23 home runs in the first two batters.
Quite a little bit of a difference there.
That's well hit into the gap in left center field. Makes it to the J of James Madison. Turning, here's the throw to second, and safe. Ball must have been on top of the bag. As coming in is Garcia with a double.
Yeah, it was really close play there. You can watch it again here, but she did look to appear just underneath. You can see the ball hit off the wall, and Gordon throws it in. And her foot does get in the bag just before Nyokas was able to apply the tag, and she is safe at second. That gives her her 9th double of the season.
They're going to make a pitching change, are the Dukes. So they'll go from CAA Player of the Year to CAA Rookie of the Year, as Peyton Burrish will come in and try to simmer down the Cougar offense.
Jay Bursch, not really a strikeout pitcher like Alexander. She does expect a lot of contact, and her defense is there behind her. Interested to see how Charleston's able to hit off of her. She did pick up wins in Charleston.
So Garcia planted on second base with 2 outs. She is 2 for 3. She has 2 of the 6 base hits for the Cougars today. And Coach Lauren Laporte and the Dukes making the change as Peyton Burrish, 5'9", right-hander from Downers Grove, Illinois, Downers Grove South, comes in to toss it for James Madison.
She has a 1.39 ERA, 17-4 record with 34 appearances throughout the season. She's got 87 strikeouts and 44 walks. Batters hit 223 against her. Again, Rookie of the Year in the Colonial Athletic Association. Really stepped up to the plate when senior Megan Good was sidelined with an injury for the season. She wasn't supposed to be starting pitcher this year, was just kind of get into the role a little bit, but before the season started, kind of had to realize that role was going to be a lot more important than what was thought before.
So Peyton will step on the rubber for James Madison and face Belfiore, the catcher, who is 0 for 2. Now Alexander does stay in the lineup to hit for James Madison. And a fly ball to center field, and this is caught by Gordon at the warning track.
JMU gets out of a lucky jam there. Peyton Burrish just took just a few pitches to get it done, and Kate Gordon's able to get that one in left field, get JMU out of the inning. Charleston still only leads 3-0, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning.
CAA TV with CAA Softball.
Now on to the individual awards. The 2018 CAA Softball Rookie of the Year is James Madison's Peyton Burrish. The freshman pitcher was 17-4 with a league best 1.39 ERA for the Dukes this season. She was named a top 25 finalist for the NFCA Division I Freshman of the Year award and has struck out 87 batters in 141 in the 3rd innings.
The first time I stepped on campus, I had a great feeling about the community here. People care about you. Your growth, your success, your experiences. When I became a part of that myself, that's when I knew I was home.
It is a 3-0 lead for the Cougars of the College of Charleston. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Madison Nyokas, Ashley Samuels, and Morgan Toll up for James Madison. Nyokas grounding out to second, back in the second. That's in for a called strike, starting on the outside corner to Nyokas. Summers moving that ball on the outside.
She's been getting those calls all day as well. If you're JMU, you need to recognize that, and you need to be able to swing at those pitches even if you don't like them. You know, foul them off a little bit, get them out of there, but to find your pitch. But if they're being called strikes, you do need to start swinging at those.
Well, just not early in the count. I mean, she's getting ahead by doing that, obviously, but you still have to be patient and disciplined enough not to just offer it the first pitch you see either. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a ball. That looked pretty close. 3-1. Crowd trying to back the home team. Nyokas ground ball to the shortstop on a 3-1. Got out in front of it and rolled over for the putout. 1 away in the 5th.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Ashley Samuels.
Ashley Samuels walked in the 3rd. Once again, it is Samuels, or make that Jenkins getting ahead on the batter.
Jenkins so good at throwing that first pitch strike, and you gotta know that it's coming every single time. She's been doing it so much to be able to get ahead in the count.
That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dukes have scattered base runners, just not put anything together against Jenkins. Jenkins delivers that pitch, and it's deposited into left field off the bat of Samuels.
Dukes come through with a 1-out hit here, get a runner on, getting the crowd into this one, a little excitement.
Well, that also brings up and turns the batting order over for the Dukes also as Toll comes up. Toll with the 16 home runs. That is second all-time on the single season record for the Dukes. Sarah Mooney had 17 in 2013. And Toll swinging strike 1, fouls that off. Mooney was here as a freshman in 2013, hit those 17 home runs. I think that was her freshman year, and then transferred to South Carolina. She would hit moon shots, we would say. Sarah Mooney would. Jalen Ford finished with 15. That was in 2013. So that was a 1-2 punch. And Toll out to center field. Bye-bye. There is number 17, tying Mooney for the single season record at JMU. And the Dukes are on the board with the Toll homer. 3-2, bottom of the 5th.
That one wasn't even past the outfield, and the whole dugout was out and on the field. JMU excited about that one. Finally able to get onto the board, bring this lead down to just 1 run for the College of Charleston, getting the bats going. Just 1 out still in the inning. Top of the order, Sarah Jubis up to bat. She's 2 for 2 with a single to right field and a single to left field. JMU really trying to get something going here in the 5th inning.
I was about to, when Samuels got on, for her as the number 9 hitter to get on with the base hitter anyway, that to me was pretty important for Madison in the sense that, well, you got the top of the order coming up. That misses outside for a ball, and the top of the order, that's kind of a bonus opportunity for the Dukes to pick up that run, and of course Toll delivers with her 17th homer of the year. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Jubas with a double into the corner of left field last time up. She singled to right field first time up. So 2 for 2 is Jubas, and I did go back and look. She has had a lot of extra base hits in the recent games, and that should fall in for a base knock. That's her third. That ties her career high.
Jubas keeping these Dukes alive. She has been the bright spot in this Dukes offense throughout this entire game. Able to get on base all 3 at bats and really giving the Dukes some sort of energy here and really continuing this run here in the 5th inning.
You go back to the second game of the Hop.
Looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. New pitcher in for College of Charleston is Izzy Baruti.
Baruti threw in the earlier game today. She worked the first 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, all of those earned in the win over UNCW, as they struck for 3 against her in the 3rd and then 3 in the 5th. So she did not get an out in the 5th inning.
Yeah, she came into today's matchups with a 3.41 ERA, 16-12 win-loss record for 37 appearances in the circle, 52 strikeouts, but 101 walks. And then batters hit 272 against her. She'll try to come in and get the save here for the College of Charleston. She's tied for 2nd in appearances and starts, 3rd in saves and 4th in innings pitched and 5th in wins in the CAA from inside the circle.
Well, here's Alexander. Baruti delivers. Alexander takes the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. Just a fastball outside half. Baruti working quickly. Outside missing. 1-1. Baruti from Redondo Beach, California. So she goes from one shoreline to the other. That's in for a strike. 1-2.
Baruti had a loss 2 weeks ago against JMU. Took the 4-1 loss in the 2nd game of the series. Odyssey Alexander in that game went 2 for 3. She had 2 hits and a walk.
That's way outside. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Right back, Baruti throws it to the shortstop for 1. The relay is not in time. Now Jubas went in, disrupted the relay a little bit also. But a nice play by Baruti to turn and fire to second base. That is not as easy as it may appear.
That was a great, smart thinking there by Baruti. You can see her just turn around and get it to second. Jubis with a nice slide into second. She did end up disrupting, and that throw from second to first was a little bit off, giving Alexander, making her safe.
And Kate Gordon comes up. There's a called strike to Gordon, who is 0 for 2. Fly ball to right field and struck out looking in the fourth. Baruti rocks and fires. Misses outside.
Last time out against Baruti, Gordon went 0 for 2 with 2 walks in her 4 at-bats.
That's off the end of the bat. Here's the third baseman up and throwing, and it gets by the first baseman. Down into the corner. Alexander will stop at third as the ball comes back into the infield. Gordon will make her way to second base.
Say JMU now with 2 runners in scoring position. If there's ever a time to do anything and take the lead, it's right now in the bottom of this 5th inning. You've got 2 runners, second and third. Kirsten Roadcap up to bat. See the replay here. Gordon just gets it off, and just not the best throw there by the third baseman. Is able to get our runners into scoring position.
So Gordon is credited with the base hit and then advances on the throwing error by the third baseman, bringing up Roadcap, who's 0 for 2. Roadcap, slow roller on the changeup. She wanted to swing and then didn't want to swing, and that gets the Cougars off the hook. So in the 5th inning, though, the Dukes, they rally. They get 4 hits in the frame. The big hit, the 2-run homer for Morgan Toll. Her 17th, tying the JMU record, 1 shy of tying the CAA record. 3-2, Cougars still clinging to a lead.
Hey, so lose a lot. Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum!
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Now on to the individual awards. The 2018 CAA Softball Rookie of the Year is James Madison's Peyton Bursch. The freshman pitcher was 17-4 with a league best 1.39 ERA for the Dukes this season. She was named a top 25 finalist for the NFCA Division I Freshman of the Year award and has struck out 87 batters in 141 in the 3rd innings.
Kelly Sinclair will start things for the Cougars here in the 6th inning against Peyton Burrish. Rookie of the Year fires it in for a called strike. Sinclair 0 for 2. Grounding out to first and also to the other corner of the infield to Morgan Toll, although she hit the ball pretty hard that time to make Toll pivot a little bit. Ground ball hit this time towards Nyokas. And Roadcap drops it. She may still be thinking about that last at bat.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic moves there by JMU. You know, not something you see very often, but they do get the error, and Charleston is able to get a runner on.
They give the assist to Nyokas, but an error is charged to Roadcap. Swing and a miss on a attempted steal, and she is out. Although it looked like the tag was on the inside here.
I was gonna say, great play there by the Dukes. You know, Burge able to get the batter swinging really late, and Samuels pops right up, and Nyokas in perfect positioning there is able to get the hand of the runner, and just like that, they're able to get that error back and get the out.
Yeah, the swing was to protect the runner, so pretty intentional for Thrasher. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sinclair, she did have an .882 stolen base percentage. She was 30 of 34, fifth best mark in school history. Unable to convert on that steal.
That's her career numbers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because she was perfect 8 for 8 this year.
Make her 30 of 35 in her career and 8 of 9 on the season.
Still a pretty good percentage, to say the least. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the 6th inning, the Cougars 2-run homer from Brown in the 2nd. Solo shot from Brown in the 4th. Guess who's on deck? Maddie Brown.
I was gonna say, is it Brown?
It is Brown. Thrasher at the plate. Ground ball, this time road cap. I bet she's squeezing that ball a little extra hard. She whips it over to Samuels, a little disappointed with herself. She got to just get that behind her. But sometimes you got to have a play like that to help it get behind it. 2 outs, and it is Brown. At least there's nobody on base for this home run slugger.
I was gonna say the only other home run outside of this game she had was a grand slam earlier in the season.
She'll ground out to second base. So a good inning for the Dukes, even though there is an error, but it is erased as the runner is caught stealing. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Dukes down 3-2 against the Cougars here on CAA.TV.
Tell you all about the College of Charleston, how we're different from other universities. Open with a big shot of historic building, cut to a sunny southern afternoon while students study and laugh outside. Tell you about our outstanding faculty, small class sizes, and innovative curriculum. Give you some stats about how we're ranked for this and that. Throw in some shots of a science lab, performance stage, and a makerspace. Don't forget sports! Yup, we've got school spirit too. All nestled in the city of Charleston. We could tell you about all of that stuff, but wouldn't it be better to see for yourself?
And finally, your 2018 CAA Softball Player of the Year goes to James Madison's Odyssey Alexander. The sophomore becomes JMU's 7th straight Player of the Year award winner and is just the 2nd player in CAA history to win the Rookie of the Year award and Player of the Year honors in consecutive seasons. The sophomore is batting .388 with 38 runs, 8 doubles, 13 homers, and a team best 47 RBIs this season. She also serves as the Duke's primary starter in the circle, going 23-5 with a 1.95 ERA and 191 strikeouts.
All right, they're going to, actually Logan Newton is leading off here. Did she come in and play, let's see,
Newton is
right field? Yeah. Well, they go, see what they've got her listed as here.
Yep, they've got Logan Newton out in right field. Newton, sister of JMU alum, softball player, Taylor Newton. Newton, a great career here as a Duke, just graduated.
Yeah, when she left, she held that record for career RBIs in the league, but that now Miko at Towson holds the record. Well, I missed if she went into the outfield. That must have occurred during that pitching change. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ran in on her and she fights it off. 2-2. Logan 5'7" from Lakewood Ranch, Florida, Lakewood Ranch High School.
She's got just 12 at-bats all season, 2 hits and a walk. Batting at a 167.
Stays back on it, pops it up, shallow to left center field, coming on, or left field that is, beg your pardon, it's Jones with the catch. One away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 29, Natalie Cutwright.
Natalie Cutwright is 0 for 1. She walked in the second, grounded out to the pitcher in the fourth. Off the end of the bat. Dover, Pennsylvania. One ball, one strike.
Made 26 appearances last season as a freshman with 1 start as designated player. She held a .348 average, going 8 for 23.
Changeup dropped in for the strike.
She's continued that success this year. Her batting average is still up there, .328, 24 RBIs and 11 walks.
Really getting the chance to play because Hannah File, a freshman who had been starting out in left field, got injured and missed the rest of the season. Ball is low. Did she get it? Yes, she did pick it up and out at first.
Yeah, JMU's outfielding situation has kind of been weird, to say the least, all year. It's been through quite a few different fielders, with Cambry Arnold going down with an injury just a little bit into the season, and so going through, and then Hannah File going down with an injury as well, going through quite a few outfielders out there until they finally found what seems to be working for them now with Cutwright out there.
Changeup is away for ball 1 to Nyokas, 0 for 2. Couple of ground ball outs for Nyokas. 1 to short, 1 to second. And that hits her. She'll take first base for Samuels to come up.
Say that one, you watch her, she's wearing an elbow guard there. That one just pops it right off of her elbow. That one certainly would have hurt quite a bit if she didn't have that protection on there. But either way, JMU gets a base runner on in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, looking for a 2-out rally here. Bring up Ashley Samuels, who started it all last inning.
Samuels, one of the biggest hits she's had this year was a grand slam against North Carolina that resulted in a early walk-off win for the Dukes.
So 2 grand slams in a matter of 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games.
Ashley Samuels, another Duke who's really been seeing the ball well lately throughout the latter half of the season.
Walked in the 3rd, and she singled in the 5th. From Doswell, Virginia, 3-0. This is a big pitch here because Toll is on deck. Samuel better have the bat on the shoulder.
To say 3-0, you kind of, this is the point where you get to pick your pitch.
That's in for a strike.
Even now, you can still be a little selective with the pitch that you take. You know, if it is perfect, if it is over the plate, you do want to swing at it, but you still do have one pitch.
If it's the pitch you think it is, ball 4.
Just like that, the Dukes are back to the top of the order, and Morgan Toll, home run leader.
17 home runs. She hit that 17th earlier in this game. The last time she was up, that was just an inning ago. And Toll with that home run ties Sarah Mooney. We'll take a look at it again, taking you back to the 5th inning with 1 aboard, Samuels aboard, and Toll golfed this one out. And that made it a 3-2 score. That was her 17th home run.
So JMU now at a point in their order where they do become a really big threat. You've got Morgan Toll, leader in home runs, hit a home run last inning. Sarah Jubis, who's 3 for 3 today, coming up right behind her, and then Alexander. It's going to be tough for Charleston to be able to get out of this inning.
Called strike. They're just 1 out away, though, from sending the Dukes back to the field. Outside for 1-1. Change up, and that's down in for a base hit. Run will score. We're tied at 3-3. Nyokas with 2 outs running all the way was not hesitating. Boy, she really scampered around the corner in a hurry.
And now you've got Jubis coming up to bat. Perfect scenario for the Dukes. If you're Charleston, you've got to kind of be a little frustrated out there with the left fielder. Certainly a catchable ball on that. But Nyokas just running and able to get in at home. Tie this one up 3-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Dukes have runners on first and second. And probably one of their better hitters today, Sarah Jubis at the plate, 3 for 3. 3 singles.
Well, Toll has accounted for the RBIs, all 3 for the Dukes, while Brown has accounted for all 3 RBIs for the College of Charleston. And Jubis, 3 hits, ties her career best. First pitch in for a strike. Samuels at second base, outside for a ball, representing the go-ahead run for the Dukes here in the 6th inning. Hey, it's tournament time. This is what you would expect.
So it took the Dukes a little bit to get into the flow of things. Charleston, like I said earlier, did play earlier today, so had that under their belt. We're kind of warmed up. JMU just got warmed up, their first game of the tournament. I'd expect them to take a little time to, really get settled in and into this game. And fortunately for them, they're able to do so and tie it up in the bottom of the 6th.
That's off the end of the bat. It's going to roll its way through, and here comes the go-ahead run to the plate, and safe. Samuels scores the go-ahead run for James Madison.
Great running there by Samuels, able to slide headfirst into the home plate and just get under the tag. Umpire with a perfect positioning there to make that call. See if we can get the replay here. Jubis, her 4th hit of the afternoon. Brings in an RBI for the Dukes. See Samuels here hustling all the way home and just does get her hand in there and underneath the tag and able to give JMU the 4-3 advantage.
I did not know if the ball would have enough juice to get by the dive at Inman. If Inman could have just kept it on the infield, that will make its way through. Here comes Toll to the plate. Another throw. This is up the line. Alexander will take second, and the Dukes have a 5-3 lead.
JMU really coming alive, their bats coming to play here in these latter innings of this game, able to take a 5-3 lead now, and this is what you would expect from the #1 seed coming into this tournament. See the replay here, Alexander, she's able to get that ball just up the middle, and Morgan Toll is able to come in for the score.
And the Dukes up to 10 hits. They had 4 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th. And Gordon comes up next with 2 more runners in scoring position for JMU. Baruti delivers, and Gordon turns on it for strike 1.
See, I think that's probably one of the first at-bats that I've seen a JMU player swing at the very first pitch. But Gordon able to take that one, kind of foul it off.
That's outside, 1-1. Well, when you're up, your approach can be a little different than when you're down, and you have to hope for selectivity getting into your favor. That's a nice pitch. 1-2. So 2 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th for Madison to take the lead. Check swing. Gordon knew she went. That's a strikeout.
Fortunate way to end the inning, but JMU does come out on top, picking up 3 more runs and taking the lead from Charleston heading into the 7th inning. They're just 3 outs away from a victory here in their first game of the tournament and moving on to play Hofstra tomorrow.
3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. 2 runners left on base. Go to the top of the 7th. JMU 5, Charleston 3 here on CAA.TV.
Hey, salutes a lot. Thou hast the patchy beard of a prepubescent squire. Thy armour was forged by a feeble-fingered peasant woman. Your mum!
As long as hecklers love to heckle, you can count on Geico saving folks money.
Boring.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The 2018 CAA Softball Defensive Player of the Year goes to Elon's Hannah Olson. Olson is Elon's first ever recipient of one of the CAA's major individual softball awards. She finished her senior season with a .936 fielding percentage, committing just 11 errors in 173 chances at shortstop.
You're up, girls.
There's the Towson Tigers. They're waiting to play a second game today. Looking all smiles despite their loss earlier this afternoon. Bottom of the order, Inman, then back to the top, Dupree, and Peyton Burrish starts low for ball 1 to Inman, who is 1 for 2. Now the College of Charleston Cougars, all of a sudden in a different situation. Popped up on the infield. Here comes Samuels, backhands the pop-up. And there's one away.
Good play there by Samuels, really hustling. She had to run after that one full speed with her mask on and everything. You can watch it here. Just gets underneath it.
Taylor Dupree has not been on base today for the Cougars. She is 0 for 3, 2 pop-ups to the shortstop and a strikeout. Morgan Toll way up the line for the Dukes at third. And she shows bunt and takes the pitch for a strike from Burrish.
Dupree, she's got 73 hits on the season. Last 2 years, she led CAA in hits with 74 and 72 respectively. Coming in this year, and Towson's Miko kind of overtook that position.
And this time she bunts it, fair ball, and no throw. So the tying run comes to the plate.
Beautiful bunt there by Dupree. That's the spin on the ball is absolutely perfect for her. She's able to give her enough time with her speed to get down the line and be safe at first. Samuel's not even able to make a throw.
That is an excellent job by the leadoff runner. And really her design, they just need base runners. And she gets it done. She puts a man on base and brings the tying run to the plate in Felix, who is also a good hitter. Not necessarily a power hitter, but a very good hitter. She's 1 for 3. Takes the first pitch for a strike.
Felix with the second most hits on this Charleston squad. She's got 56. She also adds 12 RBIs on the season and 4 doubles.
Well, these two are just the table setters for the rest of the crew. Felix, open stance, slaps it, and that is a foul ball.
Charleston, if they're able to get their first 2 runners aboard, they are in good hands, especially top of the lineup. You're going to bring up your 3 and 4 hitters, and Dupree getting on base is just what the Cougars needed.
And Garcia, and she's down in the hole. She is not on deck in the hole. She has been 2 for 3 today. So the Cougars would like to get her to the plate, I'm sure, today in this 6th, 7th inning. That's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bit of a changeup is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out in the inning. They got the leadoff batter out in Inman, popped up into foul ground. Good play by JMU catcher Ashley Samuels. Here's the 2-2, and it is slapped foul again.
Felix doing a good job of fouling off pitches that she doesn't like, staying in the count, staying in this one, and not giving up an easy out for the Cougars, really fighting through this at bat.
more than likely Madison will have to make a defensive play to get Felix out, because Bursch isn't necessarily a strikeout pitch. Now, that time it looked like Felix was going to kick the ball. Hey, but that's the mentality of doing what it takes. Watch her. Oh, let me see if I can stick my knee out there. That would get the job done. It may sting a bit. Count is full, 3-2. Of course, the umpire might not award it. And that slapped through the middle. Exactly what the Cougars need here, back to back. Small ball hits, if you would. The bunt single by Dupree, and then Felix.
So Charleston, they had a lot of small ball play earlier today. When they played UNCW, they bunted a lot, and they got a lot of runners around and across home plate through bunting and playing small ball. So I would watch for them to maybe even attempt that. They only do have one out, so I would watch for them to attempt to bunt their third and fourth hitters, because they did that earlier. They're not scared to use those hitters to bunt and move those runners along, maybe even try to score some like they did against UNCW.
Well, against the Seahawks, they did so early and put a lot of pressure. The Seahawks are under constant duress defensively because, as you mentioned several times, the speed of the Cougars is very apparent when they get on the bases. They're very aggressive base runners. And the short game, they have to be aggressive base runners because they don't have the power ball. I say that, although all their runs have come off home runs today, but that's more of an anomaly than it has been the way that the Cougars have won their games this year. And they have won 30 contests. Ball one to Jones, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Flew out to center field last time up. First time facing Burrish, though. That's in for a strike.
Jones on the All-CAA second team for the second year in a row. Just one of 3 players to be awarded an honor this postseason for the Cougars.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. For a 5-3 ball game. And that is lined. Nyokas knocks it down, and the bases are filled with Cougars. She got a piece of it to slow it down a little bit. But it's a base hit for Jones, and the Cougars are back in business.
And if you're the Cougars, you couldn't be any happier with who's coming to bat with Sarah Garcia, your cleanup hitter, your defensive or your designated player, batting at a .306. She's got 4 home runs on the year.
She has singled, she has doubled. A double right here will get the job done for the Cougars at the very least. That gets inside, ball 1. Belfiore is on deck. She is 0 for 3 today. If you look ahead a little further, 1 out, bases are filled. Single, single, single for the Cougars. Burrish in relief of Alexander. Drills that in for a strike, 1-1. Looking into the dugout to get the sign, then takes a look at the wristband for the pitch to throw. Here it comes. Ground ball, first base side. Here's the throw to the plate for 1. So they get the lead runner.
Great play there by Roadcap, realizing bases are loaded, 1 out, plays at any plate. You want to save that run from scoring at home if you can. Top 7th, it's crunch time for JMU, and they're able to get that out at the plate. But bases are still loaded for the Cougars. They still have 1 more opportunity as there is only 2 outs.
It does bring up Belfiore. A .307 hitter on the year with the 3 home runs. And let's see here, Coach Califatis may lift somebody for a different runner. Yep.
Taking Jones out from second base. Putting in Jordan Barkus, Jr.
Jackson, New Jersey. All right, so you've got Felix at third base. Barkus, representing the tying run, is at second. The go-ahead run is Garcia at first base. 2 outs and Belfiore at the plate.
Belfiore 0 for 3 in this game so far today.
2 fly balls. Last time she sent it sailing to straightaway center field. First pitch is a little low for ball 1. She's also the one that bounded it back off the glove of Alexander, and Nyoka's picked it up and threw her out at first base. You know the old routine 1-4-3. She's also sent it to left field. She hits this to center field. Kate Gordon on the run. She'll take the ball into the mitt for the final out.
JMU able to come away on top of this one, 5-3 over the Charleston Cougars. Cougars jump out to an early advantage, 3-0, but JMU's offense erupting in the latter innings and is able to come out on top, putting up 10 hits on 5 runs with just 1 error for JMU, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error for the College of Charleston. As they do fall in this one, fall to 1-1 in the tournament, and JMU improves to 1-0 in the tournament.
So the Dukes will meet the Hofstra Pride tomorrow. It's the number 1, number 2 seed. And that is at noon tomorrow for the winner's bracket game. The College of Charleston will await the loser of tonight's game, or the winner of tonight's game. This is an elimination game coming up. So the College of Charleston will play game 2 tomorrow. And if the winner of that game will play again tomorrow night against the loser of JMU and Hofstra. You got it all straight? Well, that's good enough for you. Well, we do know it's number 1 against number 2 tomorrow at noon, and we'll have that for you on CAA.tv as well. We'll step aside for just a short while, and we'll come back as Bobby Broyles will talk to Lauren Laporte, and we'll chat with one of the Dukes, maybe Sarah Jubas, who knows? But we'll be back in just a moment here on CAA.tv.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya! Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
5-3, James Madison escapes the potential upset, and I've said all week long that anybody in this tournament can knock off anyone at any given time, and you have to survive in advance, particularly when you've got some teams that can definitely upset the apple cart and upset the seeding. The Dukes do come from behind to win this ball game, 5-3. They trailed 3-0 going into the 6th, going into the 5th, that is, got 2 in the bottom of the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and held on for the victory. Let's take you down to field level where Bobby Broyles is standing by with Morgan Toll and Lauren Laporte.
Thank you, Curt, down here with Morgan Toll. Morgan, 2 big hits. Take us through both of those at-bats. First, the 2-run homer.
I was just trying to stay focused and trying to get our team on the board with, honestly, just a base hit. And luckily, it went over the fence.
And then, of course, the tying run, the RBI single there in the 6th. What was going on in the dugout? You guys down 3-0 as this game got late.
We were just trying to get the momentum, have the energy and bring the energy out onto the in the box and in the field with us.
Well, phenomenal crowd obviously here for the game as well, being the host institution, another regular season championship for this team. As you guys advance, you take on Hofstra, and that was a fun series here a couple weekends ago. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
The big crowd and such a good competition. Hofstra's such a great team, and we had a great series a couple weeks ago, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, Morgan, we'll go celebrate with your team. We'll see you tomorrow. Coach, Here with the CAA Coach of the Year. Coach, first, congratulations on the award. And, what was the message to the team in the dugout, especially getting late in this contest, Charleston with the 3-0 lead?
Well, momentum is everything. And when you can regain momentum, you can do a lot of things. And, I kept telling the team, just get the energy back, get the focus back, and get the momentum back. And we were able to do that in the 5th inning. We had some clutch hits. We had Morgan come up. The timely hitting has been huge for us all year. But momentum was the key. This crowd was the key in that.
Especially with the timely hits, Morgan Toll. Talk about her at-bats and what she's mean to this team all year.
Well, she means everything. She's our go-getter. I mean, she starts the rally. So she's done it all year. Hopefully she can be able to do that in the next couple days, and then hopefully in the postseason. But, we do what she does, and that's nice to have that in the leadoff role.
Speaking of the next couple days, tomorrow it is Hofstra, and it was a fun series here a couple weeks ago here in Harrisonburg. What will be the keys tomorrow?
Well, Hofstra's a phenomenal team. I think we have to make sure that we stay in control of their pitching staff, don't get behind in the count, and just remain, control of the whole series. So.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Back up to you, Curt.
All right, thank you very much there, Bobby Broyles. Take a look at some of the final numbers here again for the College of Charleston. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Dukes, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Peyton Burrish does come up the win. She is 18-4. Baruti takes the loss, 17-13. Looking at some of the leading hitters in this game, Toll 2 for 4, 3 RBI. Jubas, a career best, 4 hits, 4 for 4 with an RBI. Taylor Dupree did pick up another hit. Yari Felix went 2 for 4, big hit there in the 7th inning. And Sarah Garcia 2 for 4. But wow, Maddie Brown, 1 home run on the season, hits 2 today, and that led to a 3-0 lead in the top of the 4th. Ultimately, but James Madison came back and has done like it has all year long, has just struggled, has just battled back through those struggles and come up with the victory. Bree, final note on this one from you, ma'am.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game on both sides. Definitely momentum swinging halfway through. Charleston had it all with Maddie Brown and her home runs, and they looked to be on top throughout the innings. A pitching change, and JMU was really able to tackle that pitcher and just come out on top, putting up 10 hits and some late runs to rally and get this one in 7.
All right, so tomorrow the College of Charleston will play the game scheduled for 2:30, and it is against the survivor of this game coming up, which is Towson and UNCW. Towson, the number 3 seed. UNCW is the number 4 seed. This game here just lasted 1 hour and 55 minutes, and that puts the Dukes into the championship round tomorrow, the winner's bracket round. So you have Hofstra and JMU meeting at noon tomorrow. We'll have that game for you here on CAA.TV as well. Well, we've got a little field work to do for the boys downstairs, and we've got a crew to shift in here for our nightcap this evening. We do appreciate you sticking around and watching this one. It was an exciting one indeed. We've had some close games thus far in this tournament, and we'll see if it continues to be so here in 2018. For Bri Leach, I'm Curt Dudley for CAA.TV as well. Our final score, it's James Madison 5 and the College of Charleston 3. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with our 4th game of the day here on CAA.TV.